today's challenging and hyper-competitive business environment, distributors must track key performance indicators, or KPIs, to indicate where there's room for more efficiency, opportunity for improvements, and places to improve the bottom line. The right data reveals what works and what doesn't. So, what are the best KPIs that distributors should observe? We asked our team of over 50 full-time distribution consultants this question, and their answers fit into these three categories: customer experience, warehouse operations, and financial management. So, let's take a closer look at the top 10 distribution KPIs. The first category of KPIs is customer experience, and we'll start with customer complaints. The saying goes, those who want to stay in business value customer satisfaction. Yet customer complaints are triggered for a variety of reasons: picking inaccuracies, missed ships, damaged goods, slow return credits, and someone deciding to have a bad day at your expense. Therefore, it's important to not just track complaints in general, but by their root issues. That way, you can easily find problem areas and look at the underlying processes if complaints is one of the areas of increase over time. The number 2 KPI is total order cycle time, or TOCT. Business customers now expect Amazon-like delivery timeframes, so with TOCT, we measure that time it takes to fulfill a customer's order. However, don't neglect to also review how long it takes for your own purchase orders to arrive from your suppliers. And don't live in a bubble. As you monitor for increases in TOCT, benchmark it against your closest competitors. Because you don't have to outrun the bear, you just have to outrun the business next to you. Closing out the customer experience category is number 3, on-time delivery. Yep, no surprise here. Customers expect to get their stuff on time. Distribution is all about how many units got delivered versus how many units were shipped. According to our industry veterans, this KPI should be the primary measure of the efficiency of your processes, whether shipping was handled in-house or by an outside provider. The next category in the top 10 distribution KPIs is warehouse operations, which brings us to number 4, throughput, aka cases per man-hour. Throughput is one of the primary metrics of efficient warehouse operations because it shows how effectively you're utilizing the asset of your warehouse staff to handle receiving, replenishment, order fulfillment, and shipping processes. Inventory accuracy comes in at number 5. This is more vital than ever because studies show that if you aren't at least 98% accurate cycle count inventory metric, you're highly likely to have issues like stockouts, long order cycle times, high backorder rates, lost sales, and eventually poor customer satisfaction. Therefore, a growing number of distributors now apply advanced analytics through their ERP to help balance inventory levels with service levels by knowing exactly how much inventory they have in stock. Capacity is the 6th of our 10-part distribution KPI list. Our expert consultants note that whether you base this KPI on available cubic feet storage, number of pallet locations, or available pick facings, you need to know the total utilization of your warehouse capacity. For example, you could see that your warehouse is only at 50% capacity, a waste of a resource, or that you're using more than 85% of your capacity, making it unlikely to operate efficiently or safely. Knowing that sweet spot where your warehouse, people, and processes operate most efficiently is a KPI your ERP can help you determine. The 7th KPI for distribution is safety. No one can argue with the need to minimize, monitor, and measure incidents, accidents, lost time, and lost productivity in your warehouse and fleet. Not only is the health of your employees important, but there are also significant costs associated with poor safety. Our last category for KPIs for distribution is financial, and kicking off the category is number 8, revenue per employee, or RPE. It's simple to calculate and easy to break down by function, and RPE is a cool little indicator of productivity. However, overly simplifying this metric can lead to big-time miscalculations. Check this out. Data shows that RPE in the distribution industry ranges from $600,000 to $1.8 million of revenue per employee. Therefore, our experts find it to be far more insightful and accurate to set a benchmark using your own data. Then, use the percent of change or increase or decrease as your metric, rather than your industry's average. Up next, number 9, asset utilization. While most see assets in simple terms such as equipment, you should also evaluate your receivables and inventory as assets. In the low-margin distribution business, effective asset usage can mean the difference between profitability and failure. And speaking of profitability, it rounds out our top 10 distribution KPIs at number 10. There are many different ways to measure profitability, but no matter which you choose, our experts advise that you look at profitability at the macro and the micro level. Look at profitability metrics for the entire organization and by product or by product family, by facility, by customer, and by customer group. You may prefer gross profit margin to make it easy to see profitability trends over time. Or you may go with EBITDA, which is basically earnings before you give it all back to the government and your lenders, to provide an accurate view of your company's overall financial performance. No matter what you choose to do with any of these recommended KPIs, remember to let your ERP and the data work for you, spitting out relevant key performance indicators. Then, pull up the intuitive ERP dashboard and view its detailed minute-by-minute analytics or look at trends over time. Valuable insights that can help you run the company better. Now, when you've determined you'd rather bring in an outside resource to help get this process started, get a partner with a proven ERP project methodology who's able to adapt to meet your company's unique needs. At Ultra Consultants, we've helped hundreds of distribution companies like yours find the best ERP software solution for them. And we stick around to ensure the expected gains in profitability are realized too. With Ultra on your side, you're empowered to gain the tools you need to drive efficiencies that increase your bottom line. For more information and additional resources on how to bring our expertise through your front door, visit us at ultraconsultants.com.